Now, dear young South African, we see you, we are listening, and we want you to know that we are taking steps to ensure that your future is safeguarded. Watch this.
When I grow up, I want to be a lawyer.
I want to do acting.
I want to be a musician.
I always wanted to be a plant operator.
I want to be a boilermaker.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a computer scientist.
One day, I want to be an engineer.
I want to be a medical doctor, but specialize in children.
I want to be a mechanical engineer.
I want to be an information technology.
I want to be electrical engineering.
I want to be a medical doctor and specialize in orthopedics.
I want to be a veterinarian.
I want to be a boilermaker.
I want to become a doctor.
I've always wanted to be a safety officer. Then my second career, it was being a psychology.
I want to be a voice to the voiceless people. I also believe in justice.
If I can become an engineer, I can take my skill and go back to my location where I came from and do something and change the lives of the youth.
I've always loved children from a very young age, but my inspiration is my brother. He was born 2018, but he had spinal bifida, so he didn't survive for very long. He died, passed away 2020. So for me, it is a very huge scar in my heart. So I'd really love to help other children, maybe that get to live longer than him.
I think that people need to know and need to hear the powerful voice that I have and the powerful spirit that I have.
The challenges that I face at home that might prevent me from becoming a doctor is the load shedding, first of all, because if there is load shedding, I cannot study. And if I cannot study, that means I cannot achieve my dreams.
I wasn't able to receive any sponsor whatsoever to pursue my dream of being a doctor.
That's why I couldn't proceed further in starting to be a plant operator.
Honestly speaking, like recently I'm having a problem to getting my ID. So I think it might influence badly to me writing my final examinations. And the issue of that electricity kids, we having a power off, like, it makes it difficult for me to study, especially at night because it's dark.
Right now, the funding is NSFAS. I applied for NSFAS so that they can fund my education. Yes, and then right now the results are out, but then I don't think I can get my results early because the funding is not approved yet. It's still pending.
Financially wise, some of the things, actually it's a main fact, the finance. And again, where I'm coming from, it's a small place where, like I said before, we don't have a lot of information. We don't have people who are always telling us about how to become what you want to be. That's the things that are challenging me.
In the community, yes, there are kind of minor challenges like noise at night. People party, there are bars, as I live in a location. So there's noise at nights and I can't study. And then I procrastinate, I study at 9, and at 9 there's still noise. So I end up not studying and I can come to school unprepared. And then also like the long distances, I can get to school really tired. Like as I said, I walk 45 minutes from where I stay to here. So when I get here, I'm tired. First period, first subject, I can't hear anything until I'm okay.
I get home, I'm always shouted, like every day, I was shouted. And this thing is making me to be, I'm always depressed about that. But I'm still studying, that's the only thing I do. So that one day I can be something else. Yeah. Like I used to sit at night thinking about how can I make it in life. Yeah.
My experience during COVID was that learning was very difficult for me because schools were closed, we go on days, and we didn't get a chance to read nicely. So the another thing that makes me so sad in COVID is that we experienced deaths, we lost our loved ones. That was my experience.
Many children didn't have access to internet, and many classes were online classes. So many students didn't have access to like internet. So they couldn't reach the online classes.
At that time, our parents were not going to work, so we were struggling with data.
In South Africa, I feel like my future is working very slowly because we don't have much things like other countries whereby learners can study anytime, anywhere. In South Africa, we have to go to school and study very hard so that you can achieve your dreams.
The cool ideas that are in other countries, for example, China. In China, learners learn skills development from a very young age, so that when they grow up, you know that I did mechanical, so when I grow up, I have to do mechanical engineering maybe. And in our school, we only have to do careers after matric. So we have to deal with paperwork for 12 years. Then after 12 years, that's where real life starts. We have to choose whether we do medicine, engineering, or whatever.
I think I'll try to fix the thing of corruption, you know, like try to fight against it. Yes, because like for my future, I think there will be difficulties because people are employed with corruption involved.
Maybe when I go to university, then I don't like coding anymore because I didn't code at school. Maybe it's not my thing or something like that. So if I started coding here at school, fall in love with coding, then when I go to university, find that I love. You know?
I'd like to get help, like in order for me to get an ID. Then I think a laptop will be just fine to help me, you know, with all that what I need. And most important of all, electricity supply. I really need that one. Yes.
Like most of our parents can't afford, so it'd be a really good thing if they provided transport for us. And if, I don't know how they can stop the noise, but it'd be a really good thing if they help us there or provide places for us to study. For example, near libraries, library would be a good place to study.
Guys, I see that was really heartfelt. In our language, as teenagers now, we say some things are deep. So yeah, it was deep. And I'm so glad that... it's very deep. I'm so glad that Sasol is giving us the opportunity to come closer to our dreams.